going live this morning. Gonna see what's up with y'all for this daily come up for the 25th. I hope you all are doing well. Doing what it takes to make it. Didn't realize I was on the power button just now. Okay, so now this post. I'm gonna unplug it for right now. It's plugged up. So, we're gonna look into this energy here for the 25th. Those of you that's been following me knows that I try to put them out the day before, the morning before anyway, the day of. Am I straight? I had gotten a new phone and it's kind of heavy for my my tripod here. I have a bigger tripod. Maybe I need to start using that one. But this one here, this phone seems to be a little heavy for the tripod. So I want to thank you all for your like, share, subscribe, rocking with me, moving forward. Hey, in the room, up early this morning. I just want to basically, like I say, I want people to help themselves, I don't want it to be more so of a codependency on other people. You know what I'm saying? I want people to help themselves, more like self-help. And just heal past the pain, the hurt and pain. So September is the working through growth. And I felt like there was a stagnation for a lot of people because of the growth, because of the things that's been going on, but they haven't like truly working your power. So like some situations aren't over yet because you haven't really worked your power. So like you may have an ongoing situation. It may have started out where this person was on top. This person was on top of you, like basically with the curses, the spells, the hexes. And then when you broke free, now it comes back in where you get the energy of progression. And now it's like, okay, so why is this person still in my life? I done did this, I done did that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the energy has not really just taken full effect on the true healing, the true growth, the inspiration, and taking into consideration. See, I feel like this phone is moving, and I don't want it just to fall, type of thing. And I didn't pull out my laptop. Maybe I should have used that where it's like, it's firm and it's in place. But the thing is, these people, these situations that have grown you to this point can't really dissipate or move around until you actually perfect your gift. So it's like, okay, they don't have me in bondage anymore, so it's over. It's not over because they're still going to do what they do, and you need to fight. You need to fight the way you know how to fight. Fight the way Spirit has taught you to fight. You need to fight, okay? So let's get out some wisdom of night cards to see what's really going on here with this daily come up. Because I feel like I said, just the working through growth, a lot of people are struggling. They're struggling because it's like, okay, where's the growth? Where's the love, the inspiration? What happened? And I feel like that's more so the issue now. A lot of people aren't really in the energy. They're not feeling pumped and motivated as they did in the beginning because what? It was an ongoing battle. Now that you've come out, you're not in that bondage anymore. It's not as heavy, but they're still there. Okay? So if they're still there, that means there's more to be done. Or you perfect your gift off of them, Some people may be struggling with, because this was in this energy this morning when I was meditating. Some people may be struggling with the actual idea of not just the bondage, but the person who put the bondage on you. You know, it could be a close relative, a close friend. And it's like, you really don't want to put the worst on them, but you have to. Because see, you have other battles that's going to come up, and you can't have a second thought of taking them out because they're not going to think twice. And a lot of this is manipulated energy. A lot of this is lying and deception. Let me get one more too, just came out. Let me one more creating. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck in reverse is confidence. 42 breaking down to a 6. A lot of you may be feeling a little, not just down and out, but like a little. See, if people affect your confidence, they affect your productivity. They affect what you put out. They affect what you get accomplished. And it's in the reverse. So a lot of you have already perfected your confidence. Now you're going back to depression. It's coming back because they don't have anything new to do. So what they're going to do is come in different ways of bringing back the same thing. So if you battle with depression, or depression is a spirit that lingers, and you tend to gravitate towards that, you may go back to a past situation and pick depression back up, or a past place that don't have such fond memories, but for some reason you visit it, you know, or you see something that triggers an old thought, an old emotion. But we have to acknowledge this when it happens so that we can work past it. You have 29 breaking down to an 11, movement. This was the first one that came out. This is like that chariot energy. And then the chariot has horses in it too, right? And this movement has a horse in there. I feel like there's an energy here of moving forward past what it is that you see, but you have to acknowledge, I'm moving past it. Not just, I'm just going to keep going. Acknowledge why you're moving past it. It's not healthy. This brought on bad memories. This also brought in a lot of hurt. And what I felt from it took me into a negative spiral. This is something that we have to acknowledge. Our movements should be planned. They're not coincidental. And if you've already gone through it, then you should be able to acknowledge it without fear. Fear have us like, okay, I'm gonna act like I don't see that. Because you don't want to deal with the emotions. You don't want to deal with what comes with that. You have 21 breaking down to a 3, grove. There's an energy here of moving into a place of inspiration, of and not being a challenge. See, sometimes when we get to that level and we're not in the hustle and bustle of the chaos anymore, because you come out of that. And now you're just kind of sitting like, okay, well, I wish a battle would come up. There are battles all the time. It's not so much that we should be battling like we did when we first got in it. We need to know how to finesse our gifts at that time. This person here, sitting here, this is a cat, right? Sitting on this sofa that has plenty of room for other people. It's just like having your gifts and not going and applying them, not applying them to the situation at hand. Okay, I have a gift of healing, but I'm not putting myself in the limelight of healing those around me. I'm not even putting myself in an area of where I'm needed. And that's not working through the growth. Because when you start dealing with people, you start getting more energies in that need healing. You start getting the energy in. It's just like here, you have invisible here in the reverse, 16 breaking down to a 7. Sometimes we let things go by and we act like we didn't see things, but honestly, it was our job to see it. Or we may not say anything. We may not supposed to say anything, but we probably supposed to cover what just happened. Like sometimes we're put in a position to take something that somebody else probably would have fell and cracked their head open. But with us, we didn't fall and crack our head. We just maybe stumbled a little bit. And then that thing gets acknowledged and moved out the way. A lot of you that move around late at night, move around by yourselves, whether you are a male or female. You know, especially if you have these jobs that call on, you may be doing deliveries, you may be doing pickups, and people will put in an order, whether you're doing a delivery or an order for a pickup, and there may be something in the road to actually take you off your path, to actually slow you down, or to get you in a position of vulnerability. Let's say there's a boulder in the road, a big rock, not a pebble, a big rock. And then here you come in your truck and run over the big rock. It makes the truck kind of, but if it was a car, it would have took them out. The car wouldn't have, once it would have rolled over and gotten a good little spot, it just would have been stuck. And then all of a sudden you notice you had people behind you that weren't behind you before. And you get out to see what you rolled over, and it's a big boulder. And let's say you just come back from a delivery or a drop off. It wasn't in the road a minute ago. But you were in your truck and it was designed to take out a car. So when you get out the truck to say, okay, what is this? Where did this come from? Oh, they're doing construction over here. Well, let me move it so no one else will get it. Well, no, we'll get it. And then all of a sudden you're looking like, okay, where did you all come from? It's 1, 2 in the morning. They had a planned attack for someone in a car that was going to need help immediately, and you would have received the help that was there all of a sudden when no one was out just a minute ago. A planned attack for someone vulnerable. But here you come. Let's talk about the energy. The invisible is in reverse here. Didn't see it coming. Didn't know your truck was needed. But let's talk about your healing power. Why did the universe allow it to happen to you? Because you're going to make sure you pray against these enemies. And what? They penetrated you. Yeah, you ran over their boulder. The boulder went up under the truck, made the truck. Bloop, 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 bloop. See, this is how you work through growth. You know how to fight. You know what your purpose is. And now you get put in situations to use it. It's not to fuss with these people because you see them. Now I know what they're doing. How many people have come up missing on this road? How many people have they done this to? But what I'm going to do, since they trespassed against me, I'm going to call judgment on their hands. Because now they've affected me. They didn't do me anything. I wasn't hurt. But that's because I came prepared. And that's what some of you are facing right now. You're not understanding why something's coming up. It's because you have a gift to protect even those that come behind you. You could shut down the whole thing. Let's get some energy out here. Let's get some energy out here because I feel like there's a level of and this is what we're designed for. And a lot of people aren't seeing it. Okay, well, I understand how to use my gift, but I don't understand when. Your gift is not to be broadcast. You go through your incident. When you get back in your, I want to say safe place, but your place where you meditate and actually go to war. You go to war against this situation because one, you're not the first. You're only dealing with seasoned people in the arena that you deal in. You're not dealing with brand new people. Even the two guys that got out the car, you have to understand the energy. One been doing it, the other looked like he was in training. Like, so what do we do now? We never had anyone that didn't need the help. How does this go? It's not about the incident right then. It's about stopping the others from taking place. Because it may not have worked just then, but what happens? You still have to go back home and do the work. That's how you work through growth. You have to, once you see something has happened, then you go back and apply the method of healing that you have. I'm using this as an example because it's a truth. But a lot of people aren't understanding how to work through their growth. You're here now. They're not telling you exactly what to do anymore because you should know. It's the same every time. What they say, the game don't change, just the face. If you're here to slay demons, you're going to deal with some demons every day. Because we need you. We need you to help free people. Think about how many bondages have come about with people that needed help and had no one heard their cry. No one heard their scream. And then here you go in a situation, you're protected all the way around, but now you can pray in the insight because you got to understand your rites of passage. I can pray in this situation because I see that this could be a potential scam. This can be a potential setup. You didn't set me up because, you just kind of shook me a little bit, but I'm straight. But if that had been a car, a lower riding vehicle, they all messed up. And then it just so happens you're here to help. And then I'm thinking I'm going to get help and I'm never seen or heard from again. Because you have that convenient help showed up. With someone that's invisible. They're not flashy. They're in a small car. And I usually swerve around things. Didn't swerve. Saw it and went straight over it. And was like, what was that? Get out and go look. All of a sudden, I had people behind me. Where y'all come from? And I look around. We're like, okay, I'm not going to do that. No, we're put in situations. We may not ever know who we help. An intercessor is an intercessor. That you don't just pray for people you know. You pray for people you don't know. If somebody dropped in your spirit and you're like, I don't know, who is that? Or I need you to pray for this here. When they get you to a point of you understanding what your role is, you have things come in that just don't add up to the depth that they want. Like, I come to take people out and people have been taken out. I spoke with someone earlier and I told them, it was during a reading, I told them, I said, you got to understand something. We all got a role to play. If I could take you out before you honestly get your role, get your part, then that means there's a few more people going to fall by the wayside because they need what you got. I know my prayers work. So if somebody set a booby trap in the road for someone to break down, for a damsel in distress, then what happens? Then they end up falling victim to this crap, and then they're never seen or heard from again. Or they come out messed up. And everybody don't make it out. But then you got somebody that's going to come through and they have to make the change. Okay, so I go home and I pray. I pray against the people that I encountered in this energy. Even the drop off. Was it a setup? Evidently you didn't see me pass by in that truck. You just was looking for a car to come through. But it wasn't a car. It was a truck. And I was about to move to my, no, ma'am, we got it. I was going to move the boat out the way. Like, let me get this out the way. Oh, no, we got it. They was low talking. And I was loud. I want people to see that I'm out here with two people I don't know. And then what is really going on? There was a setup. And what I have in me can help somebody else. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are dealing with. You don't really know when to use your gifts because you're just kind of like, in the grove. Just kind of like, sitting pretty. I got this. Keep it moving. But there's more to this than what meets the eye. We can't let these situations just kind of just play on like nothing's happened. Use your gift. Whatever your gift is. Or somebody passed by and they're really ailing. And it's like, man, it's already in your spirit what they need. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, let me touch you right here for a minute and pray. If you have healing hands. If it's okay, if the spirit say, I need you to touch them, use the gift. Or if they say, no, I don't touch them. No, you can't pray for them because what they got going on is something that they have to deal with. You get what you need out the deal and then apply what it is that you have to the situation. The Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck right now. I feel like a lot of you are looking at how do you become stable in this energy? How do you become stable where you can finesse this energy? And you have to understand something. There's no room for doubt. That's why confidence is at the bottom in reverse. Your confidence is being hit, but there's no room for doubt. We have to, time we see ourselves in a downward spiral in our thoughts, we have to pick me up. I gotta go. I gotta do this. I have to say this. But it's to yourself. Don't let this stuff linger because you have the wisdom now to know what it is. Like if somebody say, well, don't do this or go do this, or, and it's something that's ailing you to go do, then it's something that you're supposed to be doing over there. A lot of times we are in places that we are not, it's not our regular environment. No one asked you to go live, but there's something or someone over there that needs to see you, that needs your energy, that needs what you bring to the table. Invisible in reverse is being clarified by the King of Wands, along with the Three of Cups. See, there's a celebration here that is, and actually it looks like someone sent something out. With the King of Wands looking at the celebration, someone may be looking at you and just kind of want what you have. Or this may even be somebody that you kind of did not entertain. Or you didn't let them celebrate with you. Some people will sit back and they like, yeah, okay. And a lot of you are understanding the importance of celebrating alone. A lot of you are understanding that, celebrating alone. Like somebody may be sitting back like, well, dang, they didn't even invite me to the party. Nah, I understand now. I can't celebrate with everybody. The Ace of Swords in reverse is clarifying growth. There's a deceptive energy, and some people don't understand it yet. Because as you work through this growth, you understand that there's more of you to give. And it's a deceptive energy thinking that, I've made it now, I go do this and go do that. No, now you do more of what it is that you've been training for in your ascension process. Now you go do it. You do more of it. Hidden, the devil in reverse. You are no longer in this codependent energy where you need to be validated. I can sit here alone now because now I know what to do. Or I know how y'all protect me now. See, once you learn the process, then you know what you need to be doing. Let's get something out here for the devil. Ace of Cups in reverse. The Moon. Five of Wands. The Magician. The King of Pentacles then came out. It's a lot of male energy here. You got the nine. It's three more cards here. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with someone or have dealt with someone that they wanted you to need them. They wanted to be the reason for your season. I'm going to clarify these major arcanas, but look like here, a lot of you broke codependency. And most of us do, because when you are under spells and bondages, the people that have you in these spells and bondages, these are the ones that put the work in for you to need them. That's how they know your business. Hey, you think you can let me hold $40 because I need to pay this bill, or I need gas in my car, I got to get to work. These are the people that have put the spells on you. And you know this. But I feel, and I say you know this because at this level that who I'm speaking to right now, you know where your bondage came from. You're no longer in it. That's why the devil's in reverse here. You broke the bondage. You're no longer in it. The Ace of Cups in reverse, the Moon, the Five of Wands, the Magician, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, Page of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now I'm going to say this. Some of you are getting ready for some things, and it has come. Okay, so let's say this for a minute. It's come to someone's understanding that you no longer need their help. You're manifesting, and the last thing they knew that you need, the last thing that they knew was the last time that you called that you needed help. So what they think is you're still in the broke and desperate mode, but you're not. They see it now. And they're worried because when did you get out of bondage? Last I talked to you, you still needed me. I didn't know you broke free. But you know why they didn't know? Because what? They got comfortable. They got comfortable in your energy. They got comfortable in what it is that you have going on. Now they're watching the Pentacle. Because the Page of Swords is looking at the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They're watching what it looks like is a negative. Or wherever they think you're going. They're praying against your clients, future clients. Because now they feel like somewhere you must have lied to them. Like they must have been using my money to really come up on, and they had money. Or that's why they stopped receiving from me. Or maybe they didn't even spend that money I gave them last time. Or maybe they broke the curses off the money before they spent it. Because see, some people say, well, you can't accept everybody's money. You can accept anybody's money. Because it's been touched plenty of times before they got it. But before you spend it, you do need to break it. It's just like eating your food. You need to break whatever it is. It's not, you don't just run into just eat anything and anybody's food. But when you do get it, you do break it. That's the goal. That should be the goal. Give me something for the Moon here. The Seven of Cups in reverse. It came out that the things that the illusions, okay, so some of you found out about the investment in you of negative energy. Somebody been investing in you, investing negative energy in you. You found out and you realized it was all an illusion, thinking that I could have this or that. It was an illusion. You figured it out. All the options you thought you had, dealing with this and that, you realize I was putting myself in a hole thinking I had more than what I had. But these are glamour spells. These are with this moon here. This is the glamour spell that they put over your eyes to make you think you had more than what you had. But you realize you didn't have that. You really didn't have your own house because they was helping you pay your bills. You know, you didn't really have your own vehicle. They helping you pay your car note. A lot of you realize the help that you're getting, they have more invested into you than you have in yourself. And this was the conflict. A lot of you, this was internal conflict. You realize all the people that were helping you, it just was like, you know what? This is too much. This manifestation that they see, the Eight of Wands in reverse, a lot of you pull back and they realize, like, you're not really calling them anymore because now you see the truth in who they are. A lot of you are sitting alone, eating alone. This King of Pentacles, a lot of you have come in to your own. I may even be speaking to a male who was a womanizer at one point, who may have just taken advantage. It could be a female too. But a lot of you are sitting on your own throne now because you denounced the devil. You took your energy back. You took your power back. No, I don't need you to pay my bills. I just need to give me some more clients. No, I don't need that. I need to just go ahead and work what I know to work. And that's the thing about working through growth. When you start working purpose, I feel like some people are upset that you have figured them out, that they are no longer hidden. They're not hidden. And then it's like they're watching, Page of Swords, the Pentacle. But what they're watching is an illusion themselves, because if you are sitting here in the King of Pentacles energy, they thought they was watching a downfall when actually they was watching a come up. Because you can't get rich working for somebody. And then you can't move forward if every time you getting from somebody, you got to give it back. Some of you may even have come off the system and people didn't know that. Oh, you don't get food stamps no more? Mm-mm. Oh, I thought you got food stamps. Mm-mm. You used to get food stamps? Oh, yeah, I used to. And then you're not giving all that info no more. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, you're not even talking about what it is no more. I didn't graduate and you didn't know it. Someone here is mad that they didn't know that you graduated. You've moved on. Like, I'm not in this situation anymore. Oh, I was going to send you some money. I'm straight. I thought you needed money. Well, the last thing we talked about, but your perception changed. Growth kicked in. Purpose felt a little bit more better. That self-growth feels good. Waking up depending on myself feels grand. Moving out of my parents' house was awesome. And these may seem like minor goals, but when you can move in an energy of independence, no one can give you that but you. Movement came out first, but I'm doing this one last. Like I said, I feel like there's some things going on, progression that has taken place here, and a lot of people can't take it. They don't understand it. It's like now I realize what to do. I'm going to do this now, but I'm going to do this over here. You may see some shopping centers that may have always stood out, like even when you weren't ready, even when you didn't have a clue. And now it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go over here and see if they got office space. Or you may be hanging out in areas that you have never hung out in. And now you see the inspiration. When you start looking for inspired energy, you're going to hang out in places you haven't been hanging out, because if the places really inspired you where you were at, you wouldn't be somewhere else. It's the same thing about the connections. We have to have planned movement. And see, 29 breaking down to an 11 is the healing. 11 is healing. The planned movement is part of your healing. It's planned. It's like the fool's energy. Some people say the fool is sporadic. No. The fool had a knapsack on their back. The stick with the bandana with the stuff in it, that's a planned move. I'm going to eat this on my way. I'm going to change into this when I get there. The fool is not just sporadic. On the outside, looking in, from a perspective of not knowing who you are, you look like a fool. But I planned my trip. You may see me like this here, but I plan to get on here and look like this here. It's planned. It's just like people, everybody do their thing. It's not my place to judge. I can call judgment on you for being in my energy, but it's not my place to judge you if you don't comb your hair, if you don't brush your teeth, if you don't wash your ass. That is not my judgment call. I don't care about that. I care about what's in my energy. And if I decide I don't want you in my energy, then you will not be there. That's how this goes. It's planned movement, planned associations. Wherever I'm going, I'm dressing the part. Wherever I'm going. So where are you going? Are you going to go in the fool's energy? Because see, the fool energy no one knows about. You don't know where you're going with that little knapsack, that stick on his back. But it's planned. It looked like he walking off a cliff. But it may have a little bridge right there. It's just a little steep little drop off. We don't know. And the fool is depicted in so many different areas and different things, but the knapsack be there. It's planned movement. In reverse is what? Not planned. Sometimes people get you off track. The distraction, not planned. The Emperor in reverse now, after I just shuffled. Give me something for movement here. What is it that you want the collective to know? But I feel like a lot of people are dealing with, that's a good bit that came out. Let's see what's up. The Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom right now. A lot of you got planned movement to leave a legacy, and you didn't have it before. You thought you did. You've encountered some deaths of physical deaths, deaths of relationships, deaths of bad behavior, bad habits. And now your goals have changed. Your perception has changed. People that you thought were looking out for you hate you. Things happen. Your perception changed. And you grasped it. It's okay. I don't have to get mad anymore now that I know that you ain't shit to me. When I used to would be mad that I thought we was cool and you was my friend, and blah, 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 blah. We'll do all that no more. It don't matter. Because you give a person enough rope, they hang themselves. If they want to get hung. Some people value the friendship, they keep the loyalty, and they don't get hung. But we have to be able to love ourselves enough to back up and let people be people. I'm going to let you do you. I'm not mad at you. I just know what I want in my energy you don't do. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm looking for. Because I'm not going to prep you to set me up. If it ain't in you to do it, you're not going to do it. That's like, the learning curve. I used to would say, well, I'm looking for this, this, and this. And then all of a sudden, this person turns into this, this, and this. And then later on down the line, they're nothing of this, this, and this. So I don't say nothing no more. If I don't like what I'm dealing with, I don't deal no more. And I'm not going to be arguing with you because stuff ain't work out. So all this just came out for movement. 4 of Swords in reverse. Resurrecting something, trying to get it to come back to life after you saw it didn't work. That's what somebody wants you to do. Bring something back that didn't work. The Chariot, clarifying movement in the upright. Three of Wands in reverse. Some things didn't come in because it wasn't supposed to come in. A lot of you realize everything don't come in because what? It just wasn't, even though it may have been your plans and your goals, it wasn't part of the purpose. The purpose, plans, and goals. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. 2 3s in a row. Somebody really wasn't for your movement, even though they act like they were. This puts me in the mind frame of someone, you do something for a living that's taboo. Last year, I had this energy heavy too. And you know, the different seasons bring in the different energies. This seems like the energy here with the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse. Someone really does not want you to move forward because they don't like what you do as an occupation. You know, like, you don't like the fact that I strip, but that ain't your business. And then if we just break it down, you really don't know what to do. You wouldn't know what to do if you was over here. So why are you judging me? Let me do what I'm good at. I mean, and just because a person stripped don't mean they're good at it, but I mean, we have to allow people to be people. This seems like somebody's struggling with your movements. Somebody's struggling with what it is that you're doing to make it. That's the thing about grinding. No matter what you call it, there's going to be the sleepless nights. There's going to be, I'm tired. There's going to be more than 8 hours in a day of work. There may be 2 hours in a day to sleep, because you have to go get it at some point. But somebody is against you going to go get it. And somebody they didn't know the whole plan. Oh, the resurrection. So if you have been struggling with your drive, your motivation, it's back. The curses and spells, I had said this the other day. I said it yesterday too. I was telling somebody, but I know I said this about actually last week. The curses and spells that was actually on you for a long time. Last year, they broke. Right now, this season, this is the manifestation of the breaking. Okay, so like, you may hear about people going to court now and things of that nature, or they're getting caught. It may not even be directly on you, but it's on the energy that happened to you. So like now, somebody may be getting their karma for something that they did, but the curses that they had on you broke last year, but the manifestation of the judgment is coming right now. Your drive, your motivation, your ideas, your gifts, everything that was stolen has been resurrected back to you. Some of you woke up with ideas like, man, I ain't thought that in a long time. I forgot all about that. That's because they can't hold it no more. It's been taken back. Especially if you've been doing the work of breaking the spells and the curses. They can't hold it no more. It was never theirs. But the breaking, see the breaking, like when things break off, you know how you see a pothole in the road and it's like, man, it becomes a beast later, but it's like a little riff at first, but the more they roll over it, the more it just gets bigger and bigger. That's the same thing about these curses and these hexes. When they start breaking or they're broken, it takes a minute for the whole thing to just fall off. And then you think about what happens in the process. The universe, your source, gives you what happened in bits and pieces. We don't get all of it at the same time. So this is what you're going through right now. Your movement is here again. A lot of you are realizing you were stagnant for a while. That's because whoever intervened is broke. Don't even be surprised if you hear about somebody's death that's not around you. That's because the curses died with them. They no longer have power. You be like, well, dang, where they did? I didn't know they died. But then it's like some things had broke off. I didn't even know they had them curses on me. Or I knew they had curses, but I didn't know they was holding that kind of stuff. Some of you all are living and being vibrant again. And you hadn't been that way in a long time. 5 of Pentacles. This person here. Ooh. Okay, so for those of you that's going to hear about this death of somebody who had things that pertain to you in bondage, their fear of being alone like sent them into like panic attacks at that time. Like, no one's here to help me. But this is the type of stuff they prayed on you. This is the type of stuff that they paid to happen to you. So like if you experience, and like I said, some people don't want to admit that things penetrated them. But when you had like some real hard times and it was sent through curses and spells, and no one would help you, or you would call people that you have helped and say, hey, I need help. I need somewhere to stay. I need money to get my car fixed. Can you help me? These people are in despair right now because of how they treated you and the spells and curses they put on you. Some of them are getting mad and still trying to do stuff, but it's nothing now. See, your source allowed you to be penetrated so that they'll have dirt on them. We have to understand that they have to get the dirt. And then when you get to a level, it don't come like that anymore because now you know where you're at and then you can help others battle. Like what I said about the boulder in the road. Now that has happened to me, I didn't go around the boulder. I went over it. And it just went through, it just from the front of the truck to the back, the truck just. What was that? I just passed through here. That wasn't in the middle of the road. It was in the middle of the road. It wasn't on the side. Where did this come from? It was an intentional setup, but it penetrated me. Which means now I can dip into their energy because they dipped into mine. You have to understand we're set in a place to help. But you do have to get hit first. Oh, okay, now I can touch you because you touched me. Now I can deal with my rights because now you violated. But if I had went around that boulder, nothing happened, then the people that needed my help can't get it. Somebody came through and got hit. This trap been working. But it didn't work with me. Because what? Hey, Nina, I need you to pray over here. See, I can't pray anywhere. I can't trespass. I have to wait until something happens. And then I can tap every energy that then got hit upside the head with this boulder. And this fake car breakdown. Your car may have broke down for real hitting this boulder, but these people may not have made it out. They may have never made it back home. They could be in one of these homes being sacrificed. It's real. Then somebody drives your car somewhere else and they just say they left it here. I don't know where they went to. Then the case goes cold. And then here comes NeenaRose driving. I run over this boulder. Oh, now you need my energy to help those that came before me and those that are coming after me. I'm going to expose you to the spirit realm. I'm going to send my spiritual goons for you. Because if I been in a car, I'd probably be fighting for my life. See, we have to know working through growth is understanding that whatever it is that you went through, you're going to have to help everybody else. This is not a self game. I'm not here for me. Because I didn't choose this. I didn't choose to leave my retail job, being in management, to come do tarot cards. Wasn't even into tarot cards. But I chose purpose. And then that's when the book opened on, this is what you're going to be doing. What? This is purpose? So I joined the party. Because I couldn't go back. And it is what it is. The Knight of Wands in reverse. There are some people that are passionate about what they do, the negative energy. They're passionate about taking lives, innocent sacrifices, taking advantage of people. I'm going to come in. We all know what the Knight of Wands is. Seduced, seductive, comes in and out energy. But in the reverse, this is an energy that'll set you up. This is an energy that may prey on the weak. The Five of Pentacles is right here in front of it. I'm looking for someone who's out late at night by themselves. And I'm going to call in an order and get them to send me something. Or get a lift. Call in a lift from somewhere. Call a lift in and then we'll get them when they get here. So they go drop you off somewhere and then all of a sudden you get picked up to get taken home or to an address and the setup is there. And then what? You call these people, you see who you calling. You see who done picked up the ride. It's real. The expectation is real. But you have to make sure your expectation is realer. What are your expectations? What are you going to get out the deal? See, when I didn't understand my gifts, I didn't understand my healings. During the process of ascension, what happened? They tell me, this is not just for you, it's for other people. Oh, it is? That didn't sink in that day. I think it took 2 years for me to understand that I just can't pray for protection for me and my kids. Even though I was praying for other people, but I was overloaded with prayer. I really wasn't praying for nobody. Now, it's what I do. Because I know they're going to answer my call because what? It's my purpose. Whatever you purpose to do, they're going to answer it. They have to. Because it helps them. They can't come out the spirit realm and do the work in the natural. This is what the 3D is for. This is what the flesh is for. To do the work. But I can give you the ideas. We can heighten your gifts as you do the work, and then we're going to make sure you get the payment. It's the same thing. It's just at this point, I'm more focused on the healing and the help. I don't mind praying against those people with their boulder, because I know somebody fell victim. They was too comfortable. Then you training somebody. Y'all must be doing good with this here. It's real. The Four of Cups. Sitting out here thinking what to do. What am I going to do with these cups? Okay, you got a cup full of poison. Okay, so now what are you called to do? Are you a witch? Dark witch? Light witch? Warlock? Do you do dark magic? Are you supposed to wrap this up and get it to somebody? What are you supposed to do? See, understand something. Everything don't get thrown away. There's a use for it. But you got to find out what it's for. Okay, y'all, what is this for? What do y'all want me to do with this? See, I started having things happen as I started asking questions. And things just started happening. Spirit realm, natural. Then I'm like, why is that happening? Because now you got your gift of seeing the dead. Oh shit, here they come. Okay, well, how do I block this from happening? You get things that come about, but you have to learn how to take control. It's like driving a stick, a standard, right? You got to know when it's time to shift out. You don't just get in and know what to do. You got to do this a few times. My first car was a standard. But my mama said you got to learn how to drive everything hit the driveway. And if you can't drive what hit the driveway, they can't be at your house. That should be your rule. No, okay. But they didn't teach me how to drive the car. So I'm like, well, what y'all gonna do? I need to learn how to drive. Well, get out there and learn. You know people, get somebody to teach you. So I put it around to somebody's house to get them to show me. They wasn't home. I put it to somebody else's house. They wasn't home. And hell, by the time I made it back to the house, I was moving around. I ain't need nobody to show me. But it's all about finessing the gift. And knowing that who needs what you have. It's got a balance. So don't think that somebody not doing what they purpose to do if it's in a dark energy. Everybody not purpose to be light. We have dark people here that are purpose to be here. Everybody don't get in trouble for the dirt they do. Why? Because they was purpose to do it. Especially if you're doing it to somebody and they will not change. They live in open rebellion. You're going to get hit upside the head by your own. If you decide not to work purpose on whatever side, you're going to get beat up. If you work in purpose, even if it's negative energy, some people that you can't touch and some people you can, just like light work. I can't touch everybody because I'm not purpose for everybody. But we get in trouble when we cross that boundary. And then that's the thing about it. Some people don't want to hear that we have negative people here. We have dark witch doctors, dark warlocks. We do. That are purposed. Because somebody got to get you to grow. Who will get you to grow? Oh, people believe them lies about your narcissist changing. Like one day they're whooping your ass and then they're going to stop and treat you good for the rest of your life. That's your twin flame. That's idiot shit. Who's going to stop doing what they're doing and do a 360 and marry you later and treat you right? I ain't never heard of such a thing. It don't work like that. But that's what a lot of people are saying. They're going to, your twin flame is going to change. Your twin flame is never even going to be in that energy. Because your twin flame comes from your same spirit in the spirit realm. You share a spirit of love and respect. You don't share a spirit of self-destruction. But when you wake up and you realize I've been in love with my enemy, then things change. The Wheel of Fortune. There go that forward movement again. In spite of, some of y'all done left these people behind. And you shouldn't have. Let them tell it. 9 of Wands in reverse. You're not fighting with them anymore. You decided you know what, I'm gonna do me, bro. Just keep it moving. I'll holler at you later. No, not gonna bring the kids over. I'm gonna have to meet you at McDonald's. We're not coming to your house. Nope, can't come to mine. I can meet you at McDonald's at 5. See you later. Well, I didn't really want to meet there. Well, that's all I got for you outside of visitation. Oh, no. Oh, you tripping? Well, we can meet over there at the police station if you want. You say you just want to look in the window and see them? You can do that. Whatever it is, let's get it. But looking out for number 1 is the priority this season. It should be that every season, but this season, pay attention because your gifts are in demand. If you've made it out and you're wondering what it is you need to be doing, made it out of Ascension, and you're wondering is what you need to be doing, pay attention to your gifts and your surroundings and how you can bring something to the table. The Queen of Wands in reverse. The 10 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. And the Lovers in reverse. Now this is all that came out, clarifying movement. Now I will say this here with this Queen of Wands in reverse. Some of you have completely switched careers. You may be on the downward spiral as far as finances, being inspired, being motivated, but that's going to pick back up. A lot of you are going back to the drawing board. I don't look at this 10 of Wands as basically having burdens and things just not working out, but I do feel like a lot of you are going to go back to the drawing board and pick back up some things that you know you can do. Now, let's back up a minute. Now, some of you may have gotten pulled out. Okay, so you got pulled out of a sector, right? Now, remember I had said about I was in retail and now I do tarot, right? But then at the same time, I may get put back into the work sector, but now it's to work my gift. So it's not so much that, but I'm being put back in as, I want to say like an informant for the spirit realm, or where my gifts can be helpful. Like I gave the example about the boulder in the road. Okay. I'm being put in to be of service in an area that's needed, that no one knows about. We hear about crimes all the time, but it's after the fact. That's why it's a crime. We don't hear about the prevention of a crime because what? It didn't happen. Unless, somebody come and save the day while the crime is trying to take place, right? But like the spiritual crimes. See, this must be a spiritual nature for me to run over a boulder and not go around it. And it was just doo-doo-doo. But it was obviously in the middle of the street to where it's like, where did this come from? And then I didn't go around it. So what does that mean? Whatever I provide as a healing technique is needed in this situation. And I want you all to get the understanding of work your gifts. Don't sit back in the grove just alone on the sofa. Go sit next to somebody that needs your energy. Not somebody that's trying to take it, but somebody that may need your motivation. You may have a little extra that day. Hey, it's a beautiful day. It is. And it can get better. That purse is gorgeous. I love those shoes. You can always, that's just like one day I saw a lady, she was looking herself up and down and she passed by. I said, girl, don't be trying to second guess that beauty. You know what it is. But she needed that because she was in self doubt. She was being attacked because what? She looked a little bit like she didn't dress up like that every day. And she probably just was doing something out of the usual. This Knight of Pentacles here, some of you are starting over, and that's what I was looking at. Like I said, with this Queen of Wands in reverse, some of you may be kind of starting over with your motivation. Some of you may have started over with a new career and it just don't seem like it's working out. But a lot of it has to do with your attitude. Regardless of what it looked like, how it sound, get in there. Because the universe is not going to send you to make a mistake. Or even if you do, they're not going to send you like this is not where you belong. Always look for what you apply to a situation. I may have knowledge in that situation, but that's not my gift. No, use the wisdom to pull yourself back. Nah, I'm not going to step over there. That's not my arena. Even if it's something in retail, I'm not going to do that anymore. That's not what I do. But I have went places and end up inspiring people in the retail arena. I end up talking to them and didn't even notice why I was sent there. But when I was there, I had a positive energy. I had an energy. Hey, y'all, what's up? What's going on? People come in the store, they asking for me. That was my energy. And I still have that. That's why I say things don't leave. I may not go in and punch that clock with them. But if I walk in somewhere and I start talking, I know it's time for me to pump and prime somebody. I have to know what I'm bringing to the table. I know how to motivate. I know how to do this and do that. I know what I bring to the table. And a lot of you need to refresh your own memory on what you bring to the table. So when you get somewhere, somebody may need your quick expertise from you. You may do construction. You may be talking to somebody one day and they that's what they do, but they're having a problem. You may be able to say, hey, you may want to try this or do this. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. It don't have to be nothing long and drawn out. You have to understand what you bring to the table. Because see, when you come in, some people are wondering, that's the Knight of Swords. Some people are wondering why you here. You look out of place. They don't say that, but it's in their face. And then you have to say, okay, where y'all want me to go? Go to the left. Or just stand here. Let them walk up to you. People do that too, right? When they're comfortable in their environment, they'll walk up to you and ask you what you want. They don't even own the place. Hell, they ain't even getting paid to be there. They just there. They want to ask you what you doing there. I don't know. I came to see you. You did? What you want? I don't know. What you need? You got to already know what you're bringing. I know what I'm bringing. And then you got to be like, okay, let me read this energy in here. Y'all give it to me. And you have to go in there knowing that you're not there for just to be looking around. There's a job that got to be done. Let's do the job. The Lovers in reverse here. Some people are mad that connections didn't work out. You know how you meet somebody and y'all just don't have a conversation. You don't have the verbiage. Some people are mad that you moved on. They thought they could have been a good pick for you. Look, the Page of Cups here is clarifying the Lovers here. I feel like there's a grand gesture that may even be made. Maybe from your past or even somebody that may have hurt you. Because they don't want to be a part of the story that hurt you. But they got to be because they the one that hurt you. That's what I'm getting here. Like somebody don't want you to tell that they hurt you. So now they want to be cool. But like I said, how do people change? They don't change. Not saying that a person can't be an abuser anymore. But why would you want to be with somebody that could, when they get mad, they could potentially do it again? It's just that you're worth so much more. You bring so much more to the table. It don't go like that. The Wheel of Fortune is being clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. So it's like, moving forward, a lot of you are going to go into some connections. You won't be working solo. But I feel like your environment is going to change. And I say working, I feel like this has a lot to do with work. Or people outcasting you because you're in an environment that's not receptive to what you do. And I feel like a lot of you will be moving. You will be moving to areas that what you do is widely accepted. Or you may go into a place and go get a job somewhere that actually caters to this. I just feel like there's an energy here that a lot of people are giving, and you're realizing that these were burdens given to these people. Dealing with these people. These people caused a lot of havoc, a lot of chaos, a lot of turmoil. Let's get something here for the Chariot here. You have the Page of Wands in reverse. See, there's no communication. See, they mad that you're not talking about your movements. You're no longer offering up, yeah, I was going to do this and this. You're no longer offering that. You're just not available. And then they are used to you calling them. A lot of them don't even know your number. They just used to you calling them. And now it's like, okay, if I call, they know I'm going to be being nosy because I never called. They've always just told me their business. And now they're not telling me their business. They're mad. At the same time, a lot of you are walking back into your purpose with your momentum, your drive. Now you wake up refreshed because the bondages are broken. The curses of fatigue are broken. A lot of you are waking up with it on your mind because the swap out spells that they done, giving you bad energy, and they're taking your good energy, the energy of working out, the energy of working your ideas, working your business, dealing with your kids. All that stuff is broke because these people had to fall. Like I said, some of these woo-woo and juju doctors, they dead. They didn't recently died. And the things that they had bound on you because they were the spell keeper, it broke. But the person who paid them may have already died, but they weren't the spell keeper. The person that they paid that may have recently died or is about to die was the spell keeper or is the spell keeper. Now, if you're realizing that some things are on you, you can attack the spell. You can go in and attack that spell. That's why accountability, not acknowledgement. They don't have to be accountable for what they did, but acknowledging what's on you give you keys to break it. There's nothing to be broke if you don't know it's there. So if you've been dealing with things, lack of motivation, let's say it ain't came back yet because you don't realize it was taken. Now you go in prayer and be like, look, I take back my motivation, my ideas, my drive. Or from whoever have it, I take it back. I break the cord today. And I walk in newness. In my own energy. So you got to go back and take it back. And those of you that have been doing that, it's here. You feel the difference. It broke free last week. That's what I was telling some people. I did two readings yesterday for a couple different ladies, but I was telling them about the energy that has broke free because they are excited. It's all, if you've been doing the work, this is like cross the board. Cross the board, people are falling. People are going insane. The same crap that they prayed on you, you hearing stories about them going cuckoo. Like, man, they tripping like that. And then the spirit gonna say that's that witchcraft. They got to deal with it before they die. People think, oh, I'm ready to die. Nah. Because everything you put out gonna have to hit you before you leave. Why would you get karma in death? That's stupid. That's a stupid way to think. You're gonna get karma in this. You did it in this, you're gonna get it in this. It's the same analogy as prison. Now you got innocent people in prison because that's man's law. But you got to understand, from what they say, you do the crime, you do the time. So the people that are honestly guilty and they end up in there, that's the physical repercussions of what you've done. So spiritually, you're not going to leave here and not get it. Spiritual going to catch up with you anyway, especially if somebody's praying for vengeance against people. If you're saying, hey, I want judgment to hit my enemies. Okay, let's open the book. And then what you point a finger on, you got 3 pointing back at you. So make sure when you call judgment, you ready for yours too. That don't mean you finna die, depending on what you've done. But just know things are gonna come back too. That's why you need to make sure your hands are clean. You can't sit up here and be doing dirt to people and think that you're not gonna pull that energy back. The energy comes back. That's why some people stumble in their movement, because of the discord that they've set up, the bullying, the lies, the deception, just being malicious to people for no reason. All that come back. Or why your kids act like that? Because the demons you entertain, the demons just tearing them off the frame. When you receive energy, you allow whatever comes with that. And that's why a lot of people are against you. Because you didn't receive their energy, so you didn't receive the demons. And you used to, because you didn't know. Now, I ain't eating your food. I know you got stuff in your food. No. You don't have to say that, but no, thank you. Oh, they look so good. No, I'm full. And this is the thing. We have to work this wisdom. Work the growth. That don't mean, like, I could tell what level you on if you're on the level of discounting people because they've hurt you. You ain't there yet. And it's okay. Because I went through it too. Then you get to the level of, I can go back in their face now because now I know how to fight. And I still can I can smile and say hello. And then you'll go back again because you start realizing that you deal with enemies every day. But then you have the ones that trained you, put you through crap. We figure it out. And we figure out what it takes to get to the next level. We don't stop. We progress. And just keep moving. You're not going to ruin my day because you're a demon. Hell, I didn't deal with way worse demons than the little people that I cross the street with, that I see around every day. Because the people that made you, they possess some things on you for a long time. I'm crossing paths with you for the first time, and I see you got a bad attitude. I know I can walk away. I'm not emotionally connected to you. Those are the worst demons. Emotionally manipulated, beat, tormented, bullied. Wish you would say something to somebody. Being harassed. And I pass somebody on the street and I let them get me out of character. And I know what I done been through. You ain't did nothing but rolled your eyes. Talk noise up under your breath. Why am I tripping on you? See, we can't be giving up all that energy. We can't be ready to fight anymore, regardless of age. You have to use the wisdom, because that's the only way you're going to make it. And you have to outthink your opponent, and sometimes your opponent is yourself. Creator, I come to you and I thank you. I thank you for the collective. I thank you for the movement, for them understanding what being invisible really is. Working their gifts into perfection. Not holding back when you say move. I speak that they have courage, strength, and compassion for those that you call them to give it to. Selah. Y'all have a good one. This the daily come up for the 25th. I'm just rocking it live just to give y'all some good energy and some good vibes, and y'all move forward. If you need a personal reading, everything's in the description box below. If you just need to email me, hit me up. But just know, take into consideration who you are and why you walked into that building. Why you didn't just go to get gas, did you? And maybe you did. But what vibration in there do you need to shoot some energy to? It's real. Don't take your life for a joke. Understand what's going on. Go to the universe and ask them, what y'all got me looking at right now? I'm a little confused. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna do Sagittarius next on the Death and Magic. So I don't know if it'll be right now because these hour-long videos take a lot of energy. And I know Sagittarius is gonna be about that long too. So I will be talking to you all soon. Y'all have a good one. I love y'all. Y'all stay encouraged and always move forward in the direction you're supposed to, not what people want you to do. This is your girl NeenaRose. Y'all take care.